Say tap send see en fasad derewe emma won customers nititu ene won wo UK say obetimi a create wo tap send wallet no e wo app no eso say ekoba ne say tap rate no ekostra obetimi a service ka akodu impempenso bi ti say 50,000 Ghana cedis ane 50,000 Ghana cedis na afei wo yin kakra say oba on my Ghana mu a obetimi a service ka ewo tap send wallet na so abra unya ohaw bia na tie tap send atre wo mahye akodru UAE Netherlands and Austria tap send na eye easy fast and secure tap send papa no
everybody check now check it check it. The beat is real. Don't wait, make it kill ya. Get your green select glucometer and check it. Sugar level, check it. Check it. Green select glucometer. Check it. Sugar level, check it. Check it. Reselect glucometer. Everybody check now.
This advert has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
Ayo Ghana. Power match brings you luck. Make your move.
Tuesday evening here on Sammy Flex TV, and we are seated for Showbiz Daily. As usual, a three-man squad. Roland Amate is here. Intimidode Solomon is here. And we are about to handle some interesting issues. Alongside, later on this channel, Chamo says he'll be talking about cheddar and the dredging of sea to Kumasi. Not on this show. It will be the next video, so wait for it. Tomorrow 9 a.m. Come. It will be ringing. As to why Chemo thinks cheddar can do it or thinks cheddar can't do it, he'll be telling us more about it. Wait for us tomorrow morning. It will be one of the editorials with Chemo in the saddle, so you guys should wait for it, and that is tomorrow. But yeah, we have some interesting issues to also talk about today on the show. My name is Sammy Flex. Roland Amate is in the middle from Shagzi, Shatta Movement, Empire, Roland Report on YouTube, and RolandReport.com. And in Team Dodu Solomon, he's our online manager here on Sammy Flex TV, and in Tidosu Digital Solutions for all your monetization, streaming, and other issues in the digital world. Meanwhile, Digital Rasta is also called Currency, who is doing our camera for us, and Richie Flex is the editor director of the show. For information, Tap Send is still telling you that you can still send money from abroad to Ghana with no wahala. So get it sorted today, and with that, you are surely good to go. And Parry Match Bet, you can also make some cool cash on Parry Match. Yesterday, I met one of the agents of Parry Match, and he tells me, yes, Sammy Flex TV, we are bringing some more people onto their platform, and they want more and more people. So what are you waiting for? Download the app now and also go and be a part of it. To you, thanks for always watching us. Remember to subscribe to us, and the comment world is a free world for all of us. Be there and drop your comments as well. But some of the issues on the table, let's look at something that Medikal had said about Bongo Ideas and the Bongo Ideas story. Now, I'm confused as to how the whole thing was played out and the way it is going. Ro, are you people saying Bongo has still not tweeted anything as of now?
Well, I've not seen anything from his official page. You know, he has verified account. So
yeah. So till now, he hasn't said anything.
I've not seen anything.
It means something is happening.
Oh, for sure.
Something there is happening.
Something there is happening.
Well,
Something is happening.
something is happening, but Medikal is not happy with reactions from people. And I want to believe that everybody has an opinion, though. Whether Medikal's opinion is suitable for the issue at hand or it is not. Richie, what is Medikal saying? Let's read it. He says, no matter how Bongo is, I don't think he deserves to be treated in any inhumane way. Although he steps on loads of people, including me, I want to see my Sotum boy safe and sound. Listen to Medikal once again. He says, no matter how Bongo is, I don't think he deserves to be treated in any inhumane way. Although he steps on loads of people, including me, I want to see my Sotum boy safe and sound. On such a topic, or during such a topic, I wish Nana Reagan. I wish Nana Reagan were here to just share his opinion on this. Well, this is Medikal's opinion about this matter.
Well, I somehow partly agree with him.
Okay.
I mean, we live in a country where there are rules and regulations of which we live by them. We all agreed, selected people to create them on our behalf, and in that sense, we all agree that these are the set of rules and regulations we are going to live by. So in that manner, we checked ourselves as human beings. So the rules and regulations will apply to us as human beings. So if by that sense, anybody is treated out of that rules and regulations, of course, none of us will be happy. Because the possibility is that if we should allow it happen to another person, the possibility of it coming to you one day is very possible. Like, it's one that is not far from you. So in that human and moral sense, anybody would think like what Medikal is saying. That is, if you think around that particular direction, you would definitely agree with Medikal that yes, like he admitted, he probably have steps on lots of toes, like so many people, including him, Medikal.
Okay.
Yes, but for him to be treated inhuman, that is the key word here. Inhuman is what he is praying against.
Good.
And in that sense, anybody or some of us would wish that if he has committed a crime, that is if he has done something wrong to somebody that he needs to answer for, why not? You have to take responsibilities for what we do, and sometimes taking responsibilities may not be pleasant. Taking responsibilities for some of the things that we do will not always be pleasant. There are ones that will enter into your bones, that ones that you may not like, but that is human nature.
Okay.
Every actions or inactions we take have its own consequences, of which some will come with laughter, some will come with pains. So if in that sense he has taken a certain decision that has landed him in a certain life, of course he needs to be responsible for it, he needs to pay for it. But then if it is outside the confinement of the law or the set of rules and regulations that we all have agreed to, that is binding us, then of course we or some of us would speak against it. That is not to say we condone the things that he's doing. That is not to say we condone the things that he's doing. But then, if indeed he has stepped on certain tools that has gone beyond the human way, then definitely he has to be responsible for it. So I partly agree with Medikal on that moral grounds, and say inhuman way of him being treated here. Some of us will definitely speak against it.
I see. Chabo, let me also get your opinion on this.
Yeah, I agree with Medikal.
Okay.
For me, when I see some of these things, I always go to that angle of let us be careful about those who are trying to implement the law, because some people may use emotions and do things their own way. And if you are outside, or if you are not the person, and you'll be saying, yeah, he deserves it, let's do it to him, because before you know, it will be your turn. The whole thing is that the person executing whatever is basing it on emotions. If it is not going through the law, it is based on emotions and subjective kind of thing, because they think that this guy is doing the wrong thing, let's punish him. And the same way it can apply to you when the people feel that what you are saying or what you are doing is not good without the law. They can do the same to you, and that thing is dangerous. You see, Medikal, for instance, he has done songs that some people may not be happy with the lyrics in there. So if they decide that why should Medikal do a song like this, let's go for him. Anything can happen, because those who are not happy with you will be happy to just put the law aside and do it their way.
Fact.
So we should all be careful when something like this happens. He should be for me, I think he has done so much that I think if we use the law as we're supposed to, it will still catch him. So if indeed some of us want him to be punished, let's use the law. Don't use any other thing apart from the law. Because if we go that way, then we are in a jungle. Only the fittest will survive at this point. If then Bongo Ideas should also form a gang who will protect him.
Facts.
And that's not what we want as a society, because when we get to that point, the whole society will degenerate into chaos. It's like we will always be having gang against gang and all that. Can you imagine if what we were hearing is true? Like some people came for Bongo Ideas, and Bongo Ideas also has its people. They will not allow them to take Bongo Ideas away. So it will degenerate into a fight. And some people will be hurt, and we don't want it like that. That's why we agree that the best way for people to live in a society in a civilized way is to use laws, rules and regulations. So if you think that he's going against the law, let's put him before court, and then
put him right.
and then deal with it instead of trying to do it in our own way. I don't think it's the right way. So for me, I agree with Medikal, and yes, Medikal can report him that no, he has done something that I'm not happy with, but Medikal has chosen not to pursue it. If you don't want to pursue it, then allow the guy to do his thing. But if you think what he is doing is hurting you or people closer to you, take him through the law, and I think we can deal with him in that manner, instead of us taking the laws into our own hands and doing other stuff. So me, I'll plead it. Anybody who, I know that a lot of people don't like him, or they are not happy with his actions. Yes, somebody, if you are not happy with his actions, I will plead that you take him to court, or just even not court, report him to the police. I think sometimes the police can caution him based on his action if it is against the law. Then let's use the law to rule ourselves instead of us doing things in our own way. It will not help anybody.
Well, but I'm really shocked that still you guys are saying you've not heard anything from Bongo.
Oh, 6 days from about 6 days now, nothing has happened on his platforms.
And I think I was among the few people who started seeing some tweets. You know, someone was circulating some, I think, fake tweets.
No. For the fake accounts, they are there. All the celebrities.
No, I actually thought he was the one. Just the thing is that nothing has happened to me. And all those who wished me bad.
Well, it is easy for some people to fall.
It's not him.
It is very easy for some people to fall for it because of his nature.
Yes. The sad part is that he has done something similar. So when people see it, in fact, because of our own biases, the confirmation bias, it's like, yes, you don't even go to investigate it is true or not. It's sad, but yes, some people want to pay him back with this kind of thing, because that kind of tweet will anger people more. And the sad is, some people, unfortunately, some people believe it. So if the people who did whatever has happened, then say, oh, so you are saying this, then we are coming for you.
We are coming to do more.
Then the guy is there,
So
it's,
to be frank,
sad.
it
Yeah.
gave me hope, and at the same time some mixed feeling. I thought, oh, okay, so
He's
nothing
okay,
happened to him. But
he's
if
still
he's not the one,
He's
then
not the-
really
Yes, it's
something
he's
is
not the one.
yes, he's not the one doing it.
Oh, then something is happening indeed.
No,
Yes.
something there is happening.
Oh, something there. Me from day one, I believed the news. Yes, that's why I was even saying that the news
Then
really
tell
have.
us, so to move. Let's look for him. He lives closer to your office now.
Yeah. Then maybe you have to go and look for him.
No, Bongo, you know me a visit.
Let's go Medikal.
In fact, if someone is watching and the person knows where Bongo lives exactly, I owe Bongo a visit. So yeah, I have to do that because me too. I like Bongo some ways though. Just that, of course, the extremities. That is what we all don't like.
Okay, yeah.
We like Bongo in a way. Me, I still think he's an intelligent boy.
Oh yeah, sure. That one
Yes,
me.
because sometimes his
I agree.
arguments.
Yes.
If you follow some of his arguments, if you are not sharp, you can't have the kind of argument that he's been having.
Yes.
Just that the extremism. is the
Yeah.
problem.
Yeah.
Well, that is not ending. The show continues, and I would also want us to look at something our own Derek Melly called our attention to. Powder Nation Derek Melly. Well, when he said, when you think about it, he said, I thought he was speaking jazz. I paid attention to it and said, well, it will be an interesting conversation based on how the reality of the picture he painted might be. If it is the reality, then okay, how is it happening like that? What are the other issues that can happen like that? But he did not say it though. Someone said it, and I want us to read. And we come and share opinions on it. So Dada Kwakubia, aka Dada KD, is a high life musician in Ghana, legendary in this particular case. And he says, veteran rapper and record producer, Method Man, is wondering where these new gen artists are getting their money from to fly in private jets, buy fancy cars, and wear fancy clothes when no one is streaming their music. And this is a quote which reads, we are in an era where these kids have way more money. I don't have a car, but these niggas have 4-5 cars. Where are they getting all this money from? Somebody tell me, because I need that hassle. They got a deal or something? It can't be from music. Nobody streams their music like that. And Dada KD Bertois said, he's talking fact though. We are in a generation where upcoming artists have way more money than established artists with more streams and everything. Where did they see this money? Music industry has tricked many of us.
Very, very.
Yeah, if you live in there, let me have some points I want to.
That one is true.
Oh, so initially, he did not present the case as him.
No.
But the third paragraph, or the fourth paragraph, he was talking about him.
Yes.
And yeah, but see, with the established artists, we have more streams and everything. Because of course, if you go online, that are KD songs, good numbers, and the longevity that these songs have been online. And then KD, I'm sure when he checks his, he goes to check. Maybe okay, so one or but could be on the Kazuma Kumasi very oh, don't tell Wizkid. David back to be slim boy, be young boy. On your move, you be on Kuntaka I'm sure color for Brianna because what people of living away I go. But people Zoom bands or some needs and mansion and things. And then another again is this music has strange many of us. Jamo, what is that KD's problem?
Well,
questions are what he's saying. The reality and the lies in there.
Yeah, I mean, well, there's something like that going on, but this is not strange to even only the music industry or entertainment industry.
Okay.
In any sector that you can pick, we have something like this there. So this is nothing new. But in his case, he is trying to say that he has lost in the music business, that he thinks that he has done enough to also get something that he will say that yes, I made something from music. He is right to some extent, but the thing is, new generations will have more ways of making money than the oldies.
Okay.
So for him, if you can come in like the way we do things now, yeah, you lose. I remember yesterday when we were having I think conversation about the TikTok and then the UMG. I said something about the inventors dictate how the music business should be done. If you have talent, you find a way to also get what you deserve within that music business sense. You can't say that I am the talent, so I dictate how we should do it. So some of the oldies, you may be talented, you may have all the good music that we listen to, but if you don't know how we do business in this generation, you will lose. Some people who are nowhere close to your talent will be making more money than you, and in this case is one of it. I think the things that YP and others like Osekrom Sikeni, the one that you just mentioned, Okesewan, Gambo, and others, like they are the young guys in the they are the young guys in now, and the way they do music business is way different from that KDs and his likes the time that they were in music business. It's different.
I'm sure in recent times he even wants to talk about J-Bad.
Yeah, and
J-Bad just bought a Range Rover.
Yes.
I'm sure we need that. That KD ultimate talk.
What told you say?
Oh, I know what. Yes. So I think one thing that is beating the old artists, very talented old artists like Dada KD, one of it will be the way that we do the business now. Like the way those guys, the guys that we have just mentioned, the way they come online, the way they like engage online and all that. I don't see Dada KD doing that. And those things will also contribute to how much you make in the space. So that's one side of it. And again, I think he insinuated that some of them, they are not getting the stream, but they are getting money. And when you go that direction, then you are talking about people finding illegal means or illegitimate ways of making money in there. And for that one, it's in all sectors. That's why I said that, yes, you can find it in all sectors. If you take banking, for instance, there are some people in banking right now. They just got in. They are making more money than their manager who has served for over 30 years. And they have means of making such monies. And so it's not a strange thing that you have people like that in the music business. Not only in Ghana, Africa, the whole world. When you go to America, yes, we have arrested some people who were musicians, very talented, but we found out that they were doing illicit business alongside their music business. Some people have been arrested for that. So it's everywhere, and you decide where you want to go, because yes, some issue may come up and then we go like, yes, you did it and now they are, and we can give this example, Hajia for real, for instance. Yes, she said that she is doing music business and other businesses, but now she has admitted that she was doing fraud. And she was a musician. I mean, she is a musician. No, sorry to say it was no. She is a musician, and so if she makes money in the music business, that Akedi will be wondering, you Haja for real, what have you done to make such money that me, with all my hit song, I can't make? She's doing romance fraud, that Akedi. That's why she's making more money than you. So yes, I think if you present it generally, you will get all the elements. One, they are doing it different from how Dada KD and his like were doing it. So obviously they will make more money than you. And again, some of them are using illegal means to also make money. and he insinuated in his song after saying that no one is they are not streaming their song but they are getting numbers and making money. Yes, some of them are doing illegitimate business in there, and it's everywhere. When almost time was on, some of them they will be caught and you will hear of it, and that is it. So if you know that you are doing genuine thing and this is what is happening, yes, learn from their legitimate way and see whether you can improve your income that you are getting. If you think that no matter what I do I am still not closer to them, then maybe some of them are using the other means to make money, and you can't envy people who are doing that, because you can also go in there, but it's a risk. If you are buying so more, so if you can't do that, then allow them to do their thing.
Can we also exhaust the option of gifts? Maybe people gifting or supporting them for the fact that they are liked. Can we also exhaust that option?
Oh yeah. In fact, we have people,
because I'm sure these guys can meet some people that they like them.
Yes.
Such people have. I know there are some people in Ghana who can buy Range Rover.
Yes. A lot. Yes. A lot of them. And even if we go further, we have some people who are also investing in the music business without even getting any returns. We have people like that.
So they passion investors.
Yes. They can just come in, throw the money, and then go back. Or do their thing, and then some lucky people will catch those.
I hope number one is not part of those people.
Oh, I know they're actually. In fact, we will discuss him one day.
Oh my God!
Yes. So we have people like that. They will come in, and some people will be lucky because they like even we can also cite example of Black Sheriff and the Win Chavis consort. Like the beginning of their relationship, it was like pure like let me throw in the money, because if he explains the whole thing, you see like so were you,
it wasn't making
it wasn't a business thing. So some people through that may also make money, and they may not have talent that Akedi is talking about. So and they have the money, they were lucky, they had good business, and then they are winning. So all the elements are in there, and yeah, it's sad when a legend like Dada KD is saying that the music business has tricked him. Yes, at this point we can say yes, based on his success in music, I think he wishes, or at this point he should be making way more than he has right now. But this is it. I mean, not all people who are talented will make money from their talent. A lot of people have gone through some of these things, but they couldn't make it. But you can see that, oh, this guy, he was really talented, but they didn't get anything. So if that Akedi, you have made it to some extent, and we respect you for the things that you have done in the music industry, I think it should be enough for you at this point. As for the business one there, you should do your homework and see where you think you fit in. Because not everybody with your talent can still make business in the show space. Some will just make names, some will make money, some with little talent in objective way will still be successful than some people that objectively you can say they are more talented. So it is what it is. I mean, you can't do much about it.
Well, Ro, continue from there. How do you also break this down?
I like the latter of his piece. The music thing, they beat everybody.
Yeah, that has beaten us.
It has beaten everybody. And
but I'm sure we can even use the today's media people as against the last generation or the old media people. Today look at the Zion Felix's and co.
I'm not saying
the mainstream as against
the mainstream
against the bloggers and
I wouldn't want him to beat himself that much, because it is times and seasons, and as we grow, we are always not satisfied with what we have, of which is pushing us to find ways to still gather more. First, music, there were no royalties to it. It was just for pure entertainment. But as time goes on, even the royalties that they were collecting they were like, okay, this is still not enough. Let's still find ways and means of still gathering more. It was just for performances, but like the returns was just from performances. You go and perform and you take. But now with its sales and now streaming and now royalties, and now we are even in a split era where even somebody looks at your lyrics, he will have a stake in it. You understand? So the times and seasons are changing, and unfortunately, it is not everybody that is able to catch up that quickly. Some few people are able to catch up and be dynamic as the time changes, which is why they are still relevant, which is why they probably may not speak like this. Two people that I will mention on top of head will be that Lumba and Shatta Wale. These two people have been able to go with the flow from the gramophone power to the cassette to the CD to the pen drive, even to the new era that now music is being sold online.
Yeah.
The last time that Lumba performed with an champion, he was the one that's quote unquote teaching him about TikTok.
Yeah. Yeah.
You understand? So when it comes to his relevance in the space now and the money he's getting, he will not speak like this. Because he has been able to move with the flow. But the moment you miss, the reason why some people who were very big in the cassette business went out of business is the fact that when it moved to a different section, they couldn't catch up. So you go out of business automatically. Nobody will force you. And you would think that it is the fault of certain people. But critically, you realize that majority of the responsibility lied on you. As in you, the creator or the individual, to catch up with the flow, and you let it go. It is just like now it is streaming platforms, DSPs that used to sell music, and you come and say, oh, media, I will sell it through cassette still. Okay. If you don't get money, you don't blame anybody. It is your choice. What you decided to do, if it had worked for you, you wouldn't come and complain. That's it. Even in the media now, which is why I agree with Chemo when he says it is the music business format that keeps changing. So when you miss one, the more you miss, the more your money goes down. The more you miss, the more your money goes down. You miss it when you say, oh, me, my strength is on social media. I have a very good virtual following. So every week I need to come on live. I need to do this. I need to do that to keep it active. Going. Some people don't know this. They don't even know where their strength lies, whether in the virtual world or in the physical world. There are certain people who are very popular in the physical world, but on the virtual world are not popular. And there are people who are also popular in the virtual world. Physically, you understand? And unfortunately, some of these veterans have missed these these situations. So you realize that they don't even know where they stand in order for them to adjust themselves to it. Like a bit. So there are certain things that you even need to do as a musician, based on the fact that you are even a musician self can get you money in this modern times. If you had applied it maybe 10 years ago, 20 years ago, but if you apply it now, and to them they still didn't get it. One of the days, would the musician's team write a proposal to a company for sponsorship? No. But now it is there. We have brands managers who are managing personalities who are writing proposals to companies to get money. Into one here, what in the bet now already say mu ye adwuma ba ko so ni adwuma ba ko na mu ye. Niama baby already running niama na all year no di nye scam. You think over say ebia, that is when you can say we ebia or that is why so many musicians in this country are being labeled as Sakawa people, are being labeled as this, has been labeled as so many of our musicians own lands, properties, and everything, and it is even out of the music they do, out of the fact that they are musicians, and some of them they pushed for it. So in that sense, yes, that is not to say that there are others that are not also doing legit business. They are. There are people who are also not doing legit business. In fact, there are people who are also getting money elsewhere, or even from other sources, or even illegally. to fund whatever they are doing to make them look like they are getting it from music. But then the bottom line generally is, if the times change and you are not able to catch up or go with the flow, it will definitely beat you. So you will see that, oh, you're streaming you're streaming in 5 million views. Means you're streaming in 5 million views. But no was casting me. You forget that every week or online. So even if they are billing Mummy and Nukra for shows now, his popularity supersedes yours.
Exactly.
Maybe when you have physical, but to him, he's been able to up his own to even the virtual. It is a more charging poor. A one someone now more 5 million streams, 5 million streams. So, but I won't charge it. Because of how you've been able to put yourself in the system in modern times. It's but the likes of Daddy Lumba, Shatta Wale, and other veterans who have now accustomed themselves into the new ways of getting money. Man, yeah, legend, yeah, managing. Yes, exactly. And come by this time. Come on, this you understand? So it is just, and if you feel okay, maybe to me, most of the times that is what your mother say. It is their responsibility to come and learn everything. No, you can take a part of the business, which is being the creative, and let other people do it, and you can still win either ways. Just know your strength. If you know, say, hey, baby, technology, we let me carry say, Charlie. Maybe there's a Shatta Wale Mula, we are the normal, but national power tap. Mean to me, POB, not finding different strategies to still get you that virtual following.
Exactly.
Yes, that is how you will be able to catch up. And so, BT there, baby,
Dada Katie, all is well. All is well. I also want us to, because he's a musician, I would want us to also look at this angle, that it is not all the time that a musician makes money in Ghana, and we have to look at it like it is a dubious means.
That's right.
The young people that you are talking about, really and truly, maybe those years when that Akedi was going to perform, he was taking some small monies.
Exactly.
But now the young guys, their budget is huge. Sometimes when you hear some of them, it is not only about Shatta Wale, of course, we can let him stand. But sometimes Kinata, I hear he charges.
Kinata billions. Kinata is taking billions. So billions.
That's what I'm talking about.
Obviously, the new generation will make more money than the old.
Exactly what I want to say. So if, for instance, an artist will play a show about 45 minutes and takes a 150 Ghana cedis, 150,000 cedis. If he plays that show about 4, can't he buy a Range Rover?
5 million.
Sharp.
No, not the whole year. I'm just saying 4. Can't he buy a Range Rover? Range Rover will be about 400 to 500,000. But one thing, 4 and 600,000. He can buy one.
After 4,
so their era, and it's like that with times. It's like that. In fact, you have to come to the realization that
there will be like more opportunity as the time goes on.
Exactly.
And those people who will come in at that point will make more than you.
Now this boy, this endorsement deals they are signed. It runs into dollars.
Now first, I did to so as
it runs into dollars.
I did to so as not 30,000. That's when and there runs grand 50,000.
That time
Facebook
some artist came here to do some interview and he said, he called the TikTok and they wanted them to do how do they call challenge for
dance challenge.
The guy said he paid like $2,000.
You pay.
And I was like,
you pay
$2,000.
You pay.
You understand? So such a lady. Oh, damn! Who now our top bands be no chia.
Dance
Okay, so yes, I understand the times and the season that we are in. It is sure going to be like that, and we have to accept it the same way. Let's go to Nigeria. Omo Niger. In fact, one of my guys who is from Nigeria sent me a message. He said Nigeria is not going through the internet, guys. No, he said it is not true.
Oh, they were low in terms of severity. So yes, they will be good. When like which do you say have the
and of which it wouldn't be every state.
Yes.
Even in do you know that even in Ghana here, I know somebody in Cape Coast and in Takrady who were having better service than we were having in Accra. Yes.
Yeah, you check.
I've forgotten I said his name.
Yeah, look at it.
When you check.
No, not this one. Not this one.
Countries.
I got the name.
Yeah,
I got the name.
Yeah, but this one.
Chief Asuko Xavier. He says, "Hello, Sammy. Please tell some YouTubers in your country, Ghana, to stop telling the world lies. Nigeria has never had internet problem, and we will never have internet problem. Nigeria has already prepared for internet stability and boosting long time ago. Nigeria has internet satellites in the space launched in Abuja years ago by NICOMSAT to boost communication, broadcasting, internet and other internet related communications. Please check NICOMSAT on Google for more information on Nigerian internet and communication." And he added so much.
Well, the thing is, it won't affect everybody because we are talking about service providers here. And then the service providers, some of them may be taking service from where the issue were coming from.
Exactly.
So some people will be affected anyway. But we have the ranking. Richard, bring it back and let me. The ranking, they were saying that based on severity, like those at the red, they were hit severely.
Côte d'Ivoire.
And then you come to
high.
The high people were Ghana, Burkina, Benin, and then Liberia. Then you come to the medium. The medium we had Togo, Cameroon, Gabon, Namibia, and then Niger. And then after that we come to low. The low is it didn't really affect them.
Maybe you can have some glitches and buffering,
yes,
of which it is normal.
Yes. That kind
of which it was not normal,
yes,
because of the
issue happening.
Yes,
it will go down small. So yes, obviously, if we even go by this, yes, they will not be affected like the way Ghana and other countries were suffering. So I don't see his point. Like if it was like they were at the severe stage, as we can see here, and we saying this, then he may have a point. But with this, them being the lowest, among the lowest hit, they will not have issues.
Yeah.
Yes, they will not have issues like that.
All right, that is well understood. Let's move on to Nigeria, like I said, and Wizkid has been talking. Whatever Wizkid said, it is making me think so much. What is happening? What will make him come up with such a post? Richie can give us the post so that we read for the people's understanding. This is Wizkid. Anytime Wizkid posted, you see the eagle fly, they know that it is real. He said, you lost people always want someone to educate you. You got your phone Google research shit, or take a flight and see the world. Don't be ignorant and stupid all the time. Listen, am I African? Yes. But do I make all sorts of music? Fine music. But I don't want these labeled just Afrobeats. That's like saying every American artist makes rap. That's stupid. This is why no matter how good or amazing the music we make, be it R&B or whatever other genre, we all get nominated in one Africa category or the other. I have made songs from different genres of music. Made in Lagos is not an Afrobeat album. That's a fusion of different sounds. Real music. The word Afrobeat was made up by you all to put all we make into one box. Fela created Afrobeat. I make all sorts of music, fusion of sounds. I am an artist before anything else. True to my art, never scared to try shit. Now you all drink some milk. Wizkid says people also drink some milk. Wizkid doesn't want to be seen as everything he does Afrobeat. So even if he has to go and compete in some international awards scheme, and we are just looking for just one category to place. He wants to be seen in the pop music, the R&B music, in fact, even reggae music, everywhere. He's an artist. And that is what he wants you guys to understand. What is happening?
Well, man
Afrobeats now. When you're in the Hajjana,
man has some level of consciousness, and you can't blame him. And in fact, per this post, I now understand why he's not so much enthused about those awards and its categories and how they are being categorized. Like they are being put in a certain light or in a certain box, like he stated. Now I understand very well. He has his own level of understanding as far as the music is concerned. To him, he is doing music for a purpose. And sometimes, yes, you may also be doing your business, but unfortunately sometimes your business may conflict with his purpose. And that is what he doesn't want. On so many occasions, because of his stance and his level of consciousness into what he is doing, when he says he doesn't want to be part of a certain conversation, some people don't get it. And that is what he is trying to address. So assuming Grammy creates the African category, and he comes out to say, I don't want to be part of this category. So many people will label him as anti-Afrobeat, as we are rather trying to push this, and your attitude is making us lose or making us look bad, or is painting a picture of us not being united. You understand? So in that sense, he wants you to understand that maybe you want to put yourself in that category, but I want a higher stake, and if I should come and join you in that particular category, I may lose out on that particular higher stake that I'm looking for. So when I withdraw myself in certain conversations, it is not as if I am anti what you are doing, but I also have a different direction. Now, ask any young musician the genre of music they do, and you will hear Afrobeat, Afropop, Afrofusion, Afro this, Afro that, Afrobeat, Afro that. That is the only thing you will hear. It is not a bad thing. At least you need to identify yourself with something. But then, Wizkid to him has grown out of that. And that is what he wants people to know. That is what he wants people to know. Wizkid has grown out of that. So in that sense, he will not agree to somebody boxing him as an Afrobeat artist. He will not agree to somebody saying, oh, Wizkid is an Afrobeat artist. Therefore, any genre of music, even if he does pop, and he would want to go and compete in the pop music category, because they already have a certain perception that this particular artist is this artist, belongs to this genre. That means any genre of music he does should be categorized in that genre. Not long ago, recently, or just few days ago, Beyonce has a song trending and is on Billboard charts and all of that, called Texas Hold'em. That song is a country song. That song is a country song, but we know the genre of music Beyonce is known for. And in that sense, if we are to put all of these people in an award scheme and we say we want to categorize them, well, if we don't take care or care is not taken, Wizkid or our African artists may never be in the same category, even if it is a world music music category. Our people may not find themselves competing that, no matter the numbers or whatever their songs do in this world. So it is in that light that man has gained certain level of consciousness to say, Charlie, me, my league and my visions and the things that I want is on a different level. So yes, you may want to be called Afrobeat, Afro this, Afro that, Afro this. If I don't come and join your conversation, it is not as if I am against what you are doing, but it is because my aim and visions and ambitions are directed to a different level, to a different section. And maybe if I come to add my conversations to yours or to the agenda you are pushing, it may conflict with my vision. So it is better for me to keep quiet And sometimes when he does, one of the most quiet people we know in the music scene in Africa is Wizkid.
Wizkid, yeah, he doesn't say much.
No. And sometimes he sees how the people go at him. At, oh, we are trying to push this and you are quiet. We are trying to push this and you are not contributing. You seem off. It's like you are sleeping. But when the glory comes, then because it will also interest you to know that, funny enough, when they create all these categories and more, his name always find a way into the conversation.
That's true.
So the people also feel like, okay, we are rather doing the fighting and you are enjoying. But he also wants to tell you that I don't come and join your fight because my direction is different.
Yeah.
So yes, in order not for me to come and spoil it by coming out to say I don't support you, why don't you agree for me to keep quiet? So when I do, at least everybody would have some level of peace, because it will be very disastrous for Wizkid to come and say he's anti-Afrobeat. It will be very disastrous to the Afrobeat genre. The effect will be huge. So he would prefer to keep quiet. And I agree with him that on the score, people should understand that Wizkid has some level of consciousness. His direction in this music game is not the same as the ordinary African now. The ordinary African now wants to push Afrobeat and nothing else.
Yeah.
And Wizkid is saying he's grown out of it. It doesn't mean that he's against what you're doing. If by any chance his visions and ambitions come to meet with what you are doing, he will definitely add up. Till then, continue to push what you are pushing. He, as a musician who have grown out of that, he's also, pushing to a different level. And that is what Wizkid is saying.
I see. Chamo, how do you also break down Wizkid's post?
It's like it's unfortunate for he's in a tight corner. Whatever he's saying will not go anywhere if it's not making any business sense for those who do that thing. That's the sad part of it. But I think it's okay for him to express his frustration about the whole thing. I mean, you want something so badly, but people are labeling it in a way that you think is limiting you. You will not be happy about it.
Exactly.
And that's why he is talking. So he has every right to talk. But the thing is, music genres in general is loosely defined. So anybody at all can start a genre. So if he pushes so hard, people will say, start your own genre and let's see. Yeah. It's so loosely defined. Some people will categorize it based on the sound, even sometimes based on the instrument that you use. If you are using guitar, they may call it country music.
And some people also based on lyrics.
Yeah, if you are using drums, they may a bit of guitar, they may even call it jazz. If there's no song in it, they will find a name for you.
Yeah.
Even the country it is coming from. Sometimes we have 90s music. It's a music genre. So it's so loosely defined that it is difficult to blame anybody. And those who are doing it, do it for business purpose. So if you are frustrated, they don't really care until it makes business sense. If you tell them that, okay, let's push Wizkid to all the categories and we will make money, they will do it.
Okay.
That's what will make business sense. So I understand him. He's frustrated that they are limiting his works, and he may do some nice song that he wishes that it will be in, let's say, rock or R&B. And then the people will be telling him this is Afrobeat.
Because that is not what
he has done his job. Like, he's a musician, he has done a beautiful song and he feels that this is R&B. Then somebody somewhere that who knows nothing, in fact who knows foco about music, will say that
define it
for you. Yes. So you'll be frustrated. I really get his side, and I've seen Shatta Wale fighting people about this before.
Of course, he also wants to do his Shatta
music. Like he would do something. Then some people will be on radio and say, this is not dancehall, this is high life. What Shatta did is high life. They are defining a thing for him. And then he will come and sometimes give it to them in a way that is Shatta has a work of fire. And these are some of the frustration that Wizkid is facing. Like you did your thing and you feel that, oh no, this one there it belongs here, and then some people somewhere will say no, you put it here. For them it's business, and for you it's your talent. That's why I've said this not long ago, that your talent will not determine or dictate how you should do the music business.
True.
You should rather find a way to get what you deserve within the music business that you are doing.
Facts.
So yeah, Wizkid at this point can talk. He can express his frustration, but it will be difficult for them to change it. But again, if his influence is so powerful as we talk now, they may consider him because they use some of them to even do the business. So Wizkid will say it, and tomorrow then they will change it.
They will consider.
Yes, because
yes,
because Wizkid influence can make them more money.
Yeah.
They are going for the money. The categories, you can do your own thing. I mean, we are in this town, we are in this country that we heard hip content, hip gear, hip whatever that you want to add to it. So it's like that. It's like that, and sometimes it's frustrating when you are within it as a talented musician, and people are the ones categorizing or defining the music that you are doing. Meanwhile, even at the time that you were doing, you had something in mind. You are going to call this one R&B, and then they will come and say, no, this is Afrobeat. A best show, but yeah, it is what it is. When it comes to music business, your talent will not dictate it. It's your influence and the business people who decide where you belong.
You see, let me add this. You see, even in Ghana here, there are certain songs that certain musicians do, like the Kenates and other guys, who, when you look at it critically, you will think this song can even earn a spot in the gospel category. Yeah. But because of who they are or the genre of music that we all picture them to be in, it will never be. But you go to the gospel category, you will never put them there. But you go to the gospel categories and you see similar songs, similar instrumentations and everything. Yet, unfortunately, it will not happen like that.
Well said. And like I keep saying, when we sit like this, we share quality information, and that is what Sammy Flex is noted for. Now, have you guys listened to the full song of Shatta's When I Ball song now?
Yeah, I've done it twice.
The full song?
Yes, okay. I've done it twice.
But the full song was later released yesterday on Audio Mac.
Yes.
I think I have seen it on YouTube as well.
On YouTube as well.
Well, I listened to it on Audio Mac, and when I knew it was on Audio Mac, I knew it would also be available on the other platforms. First is the flyer. The flyer and how he jack up with all those things on him. Interesting times.
Flying all over the place.
No, it's serious. Like, it is so serious.
Everybody scatter. I'm coming. Yeah.
It is so serious. Now, Chemo, what do you think about it to start with?
For me, yeah, but my first impression was like, man, this guy is talented. Like, I like he used certain elements that you not expect in the song. Yeah. Like the but what will come to your head for you to think that if I say in the song, it will still make music sense?
Imagine himself in front of a microphone doing
and it will still make music sense. Like you listen and go like, wow. So I think he's really talented. I mean, you can't take that thing away from him. And then again, the message in there was also hard hitting one. I think when he boss, he spits fires. He goes into his elements, and you can get the best out of him in that state. So it sounds so good for me. I've listened to it twice, and you see there are certain things in there that it will take time for some of us to catch up. I know his fans there. The first minute, not even the first day, they will be singing and all that. Yes. So for me, the general impression is that he's very talented, and I like the way he will use some elements in the music that you don't expect. And a good example is the hard thing that he did in the song, like when I bought, it's not like he did it once. It's part of the song.
Yeah.
And
that's the chorus.
Yes, and it's still making music sense. Like you feel it, like okay, that sound deserves to be in this song. So for me, he's talented, and I'm very, very impressed about what he has done with this song. Yeah.
Moving forward, would you suggest that, as a talented musician that he is, he handles some of these issues like this, instead of maybe coming to say them not on records? Because of course we know this song is actually addressing some of the recent happenings in our industry, where Saliman is talking about his performance now, wanting to beat him, and Dosty and all those things. Like as usual, everybody would want, after Saliman's rant on Power, I'm sure like by now everybody's waiting for Shatta come live.
For sure.
But he swears them, and it's on When I Ball. Is this something you would wish he does the same, or
I think
how he wants to fight?
Based on the conditions available, or based on the happenings, I think he will choose the right medium or the right way to address whatever is happening. And going this way, I think it's one of the best. I think this is not the first time he's doing it. I mean, he did it with Digital Beggar, and now When I Ball. So I think he knows.
Shatta House too.
Yes.
Shatta can know one.
So he will choose appropriate medium or appropriate way to address the issues as and when they come. So for that one, I will leave it to him to decide. But I think going the musical way will also bring him more money. So he should consider that. Like you see, I've said this before. There are 3 ways of taking decisions, and one of them, the biggest of them all, is the incentives.
Exactly.
The incentive will override it will override the information available to you. It will override the beliefs that you have. It's your belief, the information available to you, and then the incentives. That's what you need to take a decision. And if you go with the incentives like this, the incentive is that you are addressing them, you feel okay, and at the same time you will make money. I think it should override the information that you have. Maybe you have a lot of information about them, you want to come online and insult them. By that one, it may not make you the money like the way if you put it in the song. So for me, I think the money incentive should push him to do more music, but I will still leave it to him to decide at any point based on the conditions available.
Well, yes, Ro, what do you also think about it?
When Shatta Wale, he gets star, Papa. Because when I actually chanced on a snippet of it in yesterday morning when he was just vibing on his snap. Actually, yes, he played a snippet of it, of the one that he released even on social media. So for that one, when the moment I heard it, I was like, yes. So actually, I even went on, when I heard the snippet, I went on his platforms to check if he had released it. Only to find out that it was an unreleased song. So I'm sure per the response that came and through his mood, decided, okay, let me fly this. Because in the morning he played lots of songs, lots of them, including most of the songs on the Mali album as well. He played lots of them. So this message actually went down well. But with your question of how he should handle some of these issues moving forward, well, you can't guide him. You can't guide him or give him a certain direction to say, okay, do it like this only. Every situation will call for a different approach or reaction. There are certain situations that you may just look at it and just let it go, and there are certain situations that it may hit you to the extent that. But one thing in all that I like in this particular manner is the fact that he is able to still be in his creative prowess even in that state. That is what always amazes me about these creatives. sometimes an artist goes into certain situations, like certain bad situations, and they are still able to come out with certain things,
creative
like
pieces,
creative pieces, and with good style. And that is what I mostly admire. At the end, you come for name dia and you did that.
Yeah.
And you there, but it's a very beautiful piece, and this is a message. I just hope that with what caused this reaction, that cause will be minimized. If the cause is minimized, then the reaction definitely will be minimized. So moving forward, if you ask me that if this is how he should handle me, I would rather throw my caution or concern to the causes of these kind of reactions.
Okay.
For them to minimize those causes, so that his reactions like this will also be minimized. Else, yep, obey who abomu. Obey who abomu.
Come on. Well, in closing, there is one emergency report that is going on. In fact, personally, I heard it as crash landing or forced landing. Later, people also reporting of clashes and what is the news saying? Richie, let's see some of the videos about a Ghana Armed Forces or Ghana Air Force. Their plane is a helicopter, and I hear they've had some forced landing in some village.
Yeah.
Others also say it's a crash. I'm not too sure.
Crash landing.
Well, because I did not see crash landing, unless you guys saw something.
But I've seen videos of it being
crash landing. Crash landing. This one. This is it. But where we saw it going was not. It was a park.
But it was a bush. It was entering into a bush, not a bear park, not a bear field.
Where's you go for the first video?
You see the trees over there. You see the trees.
So it means it couldn't land.
Yes.
When it was
So it had to enter into the bush. Yes.
Because this one I saw it like
crash landing.
Crash landing.
Because of the blades.
The blades. So he had to enter into the bush.
A lot of. No, this in the dust over the.
We will be born in some say hey.
So what were they going to do there?
So you see where the blade is.
But copters too, is that how they land?
No, they can land just
okay,
like
this
that.
one has ties under them.
No,
so the ones that don't have ties, they land like this. Okay, this one has ties under them.
So you see where the blade is. One say asamasorti. One blade no one.
Oh, so it has somersaulted actually?
Yes. It has turned upside down. Blade no one never form.
But is this the same thing? I mean, these media people, they can just
don't trust them like that. What I saw, I wonder how the plane will turn like this.
So that one there it can. It can.
Oh, bro.
Well, some of these things don't doubt too. It is just
no wait. What we saw, it is true that to go forward. That is true. If it goes forward more, what will make it turn?
Like the way we are
seeing upside down. The Nigerian
and we are not getting many angles, but just one.
Yes,
one image like that.
Yes,
as a media house.
Because was it turning upside down there? Then that's where the doubt comes.
Well, they were saying that it was carrying about 21 passengers. And
so it was heavier than.
Maybe, but that wasn't the issue. And the 21
they were all military
passengers.
people.
I don't have that detail, but they were saying.
You know what I'm asking?
They were saying that the 21 passengers so far.
Recently, we were thinking about you go and pick some to do some of our local shows.
But so far nothing. Oh, but it has happened before. I think 2012 or so, something similar happened, but nobody died anyway. And this one, so far, the report coming is saying that there's no casualty yet, as at the time that they were reporting. So I think they are all safe now. So
I see. Well, we thank God for the lives of our military people. Is it not the same thing we use at the 6 match recently now.
Yeah, but they have different ones.
Match out here.
Match out here. Different one. Match out here. You see, I just bad here because
I've sat inside before that plane.
So tomorrow you can say
I cannot say or the team was okay. I'm coming to show you people something called meandering flights. No, that's another. Digital Rasta currency for our camera, Richie Flex, editor, director of the show, and to Tap Send as well as Parry Match Bet, and to you as well. Feel free to also enjoy some commentaries that you'll be sharing with us. But remember, we still have some more videos coming up here on Sammy Flex TV. So subscribe to us and let's do more. My name is Sammy Flex. We'll see you in our next video. Bye bye.